Okay.
So can you explain the indictment?
Well, the grand jury indicted both Representative Sansom for official misconduct, along with Robert Richburg, who is the president of Northwest Florida State College, for official misconduct. And the president of the college was also indicted for committing perjury before the grand jury.
What are the underlying facts of the official misconduct?
That will be outlined in the presentment that the grand jury also returned, which a copy of which will be made available to anyone who desires to have one.
What was the nature?
Felony? Both of them all charges are third-degree felonies.
What was the nature of the alleged perjury?
That is in the indictment.
Can you tell us basically what it is?
Well, that there was never any discussion about there being a aircraft hangar built by the college after the appropriation, and there's ample testimony contrary to that.
Can you? I know we'll get the presentment, but can you elaborate a little bit, at least on the misconduct? I mean, what exactly?
Well, I would prefer we let the presentment speak for itself, and you know, of course, the defendants all have attorneys, and we will work out, you know, those issues will be resolved factually as we go through. The official misconduct, as it is alleged, is an appropriation for $6 million for classroom space that ended up basically being an aircraft hangar for a developer friend of the speaker.
How about Mr. Odom? Is there any investigation into his conduct?
Mr. Odom declined an invitation to appear before the grand jury, and we haven't spoken with Mr. Odom.
Are you going to continue an inquiry into his involvement?
I'm not certain that there's any prohibition against a private citizen trying to get funding from the legislature. I'm not sure that there's a crime that fits him.
What about the idea of pay to play, the $500,000 he gave to the Republican Party?
Well, that is incorporated into the official misconduct.
So that suggests that the $500,000 to the party resulted in the $6 million.
Well, actually, it was $893,000 contributed to the Republican Party. $100,000 contributed to a Florida Future Fund that Speaker Sansom had control over, and then $22,000 that was directly contributed to Speaker Sansom by Jay Odom and or his entities.
Representative Sansom has said publicly that he was unaware that Jay Odom had sought $6 million before Representative Sansom actually sought $6 million. Did your investigation uncover anything otherwise?
All I know is the facts. Representative Sansom solely by himself inserted $6 million into the PICO funding for the Okaloosa Walton Community College, which is now the Northwest Florida State College. That was done singularly, solely by him, and it was to be built by a design put forward by Jay Odom, his friend.
Now, you talked, I mean, it takes two to dance at the Senate and the House, so he needed Senate acceptance, and I saw you had Lisa Carlton here yesterday. What were you able to learn from that?
Not much, but the grand jury learned the process.
Okay.
And wrote a presentment about that process, which is not a process that is was not looked upon very favorably by the grand jury. And they made some recommendations in their presentment that that they make some changes about that process. I think it'd be better for all of you to get the presentment, and then
And how are we going, how are we going?
if we go down to the clerk's office, as soon as she leaves here, she'll make copies of it, and you can get copies of all of those documents.
So, you have to, the next step is that they have their charge?
Pardon me?
The next step is they'll be charged, or? I mean,
Well, the court issued a capias for them, and I'm sure their lawyers are here, and I'm sure they will accommodate, turn themselves in as soon as the capiases are issued.
So what do you,
When would you anticipate first appearance?
Aircraft.
There would not be a first appearance.
Can you explain the process a little bit? What happens from here?
Today?
Well, I mean, their cases will be put on a docket at some point in time, and we'll proceed through the discovery processes as we do in any other case. If we can resolve the case through a plea, we will do that. If we can't, we will be prepared to take it to trial.
Thank you.